Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Double honors the elders and apostles, a great millstone who are teaching this truth and sincerity. And a shout out to Yakim and Yahweh that tune in and listening. Brakat the Yahweh, Brakat the Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash, Brakatum. So, word's out already that the king of Babylon has officially responded to us and has officially declared war on the saints. Because we know that the saints are Israelites and are the prophets that are here today. And Revelation chapter 11 is speaking now more than ever, as well as all the other prophecies speaking. You know, with Donald Trump coming out there and declaring that, we must reject these prophets of doom. Because, see, he knows that we've called him out too. We've called him out on being the one that Daniel chapter 7, I believe it's either 7 or 8. I'll get it here in a minute. But Daniel 7 or 8, where it says he shall be more stout than anything else. And Donald J. Trump does match that description. So everything else, though, what do we prophesy? We prophesy everything. Into everything. We actually have the prophecy, and this prophecy of truth is getting to them because we describe quite often the 200 million nuclear missiles and how this place, Babylon the Great, will soon be the lake of fire, and how this is the whore, Babylon the Great, and that all these nations will break away with the whore and hate her and burn her with fire as you see more and more break off from this. So he's out there declaring that they must reject these prophets of doom. So you already know that they're trying to take down our channels. You know that they've been taking down our channels, been taking down our videos as soon as we put it up there before anybody could actually even click it on. You find out that it's already deemed as hate speech, so it's been removed from YouTube, So, of course, a lot of us have also been going to Daily Motion and get our videos up there. But eventually, we know that all this is soon to become a famine, a full-blown famine of the word. And so only the other things could come out. So now that he's officially out there declaring that we must reject these prophets of doom, that means that everybody's going to become angry and make war with the saints. You see how the king of Babylon can do that? Because Trump does have a lot of people support him. They have a lot of people that hates his guts too. Because Satan is divided against Satan. People don't unite together all the time, especially on the 4th of July, to go and celebrate that bullshit anymore. A lot of people are against what's going on. And what's kind of funny is Roger Waters is also going on tour very shortly here. He wrote a song years ago called The Powers That Be. If you see them come, you better run, And pretty much it's just talking about how they pretty much control everything, And he makes those aware, Nonetheless, though, they know that pretty soon this place is about to be destroyed. They know that we know about the mark of the beast. We know all the game plans. See, we're foretelling everything because that's what prophecy is, to foretell of the things to come. So, yeah, man, we've been sounding the alarm. We've been blowing this trumpet. And these trumpet sounds are really getting to Esau because they know that this place is going to ultimately be destroyed. Most people could sense that a nuclear war is about to happen. And they ain't just testing these missile systems, and these countries ain't just getting these S-400s and S-500s for nothing. And especially after, I think I screwed up on the name. I got it mixed up with the Saudi prince, king, whatever you call him. But nonetheless, though, Slovakia for that, but nonetheless, though, since the killing of Soleimani, they really have been speeding up this thing. And we know that all these nations are turning against Babylon. So this is the very thing, though, that he wants everyone to reject, right? To give you the illusion that everybody's cool with Babylon, that America is still the greatest country on the earth, and all this shit, to keep people in that trance, but they can't. They really can't keep them in a trance anymore. Too many people are well aware of what's going on. And they've been telling on themselves, They've been telling on themselves for quite a while. because everybody knows the secrets of the Illuminati. So yeah, Revelation 11, man, it's speaking as well as many other prophecies, but that one in particularly, and it's just kind of funny, man. It's like, well, no wonder why I was led to go there. Now that you see what's just transpired as of either yesterday or today, because I just got notice of it, because Apostle Tahar has already responded to it, and I'll forward all that as well in this video. But nonetheless, though, you know, it has definitely caught our attention. So you're going to see a lot of responses to this, as we know. We know that soon it'll be illegal to even speak this on the streets, because that's what they want to do, is make it illegal. That's why, you know, police activity have been around quite a bit more, you know, on this. You know, and been watching our every move. Because, of course, you know, they can't really, but if they could deem it as hate speech, then that's a reason to fuck with us, right? Revelation chapter 11, verse 7, and it reads, "And when they shall have finished their testimony," which, what is this testimony? Prophecy, right? The prophecy, which we speak of all the prophecies are going to come to pass. This being the year of prophecy. "The beast that ascendeth out of the bottomless pit shall make war against them, and shall overcome them and kill them." Well, we also know that part of this is also talking about when, you know, the beast, which is the second beast, which is the next Roman Empire, which is Esau, Edom, you know, when they came against us and they had taken us down. But also, you know, this verse 8 is what they really hate. "Their dead bodies shall lie in the streets of the great city, which is called Sodom and Egypt, where our Lord was crucified." You know, so they, and again, we know how they had crucified our Savior by making themselves look like it, aka the Borgias, you know, which is David Rothschild to this day. David Rothschild's reincarnated as Caesar Borgia, so they made themselves to look like the saints of the Most High, to look like the gods, right? To look like the God of the Bible, you know. So they decorated all that, you know, and where everything worships Esau. All the churches worship Esau. Esau be guiding them churches. Even the so-called, what Esau likes to call black churches, all worship Caesar Borgia, you know. But now that we've gone out there, we've said that this is not the correct image, that this is Beelzebub. This is, in fact, the devil, because that's what the sign says. This is the devil, that he was a Negro. And then when we show the picture of what he really looked like, boy, they really hate this. So they got to, you know, as Trump puts it, is that we've got to ignore these prophets of doom. "And they of the people and kindreds and tongues and nations shall see their dead bodies lie 3.5, which was all the way up to 1970. And then we started coming out, and shall not suffer their dead bodies to be put in graves." You know, so of course, you know, we know that they had taken us down, but as of 1970, we're back. "And they that shall dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over them, shall make merry, and shall send gifts to one another, because of the two prophets that tormented them," which is the northern and southern kingdom, is what the two prophets are really representative of, "that dwell on the earth." Because, of course, this is torture to them, because they know. "And after the 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from Yahweh entered into them." See, and that's another thing. The namesake. You know, these Christians try to say that Jesus is the namesake. Well, how is that so when Jesus is accepted all around the world? No, it's the name Yahweh and Yahweh-Shai, right? Because we didn't have the names Yahweh and Yahweh-Shai. And we were no longer called Yasharahla, which is named after him, right? No, we were in a dead state. But the spirit of life had entered into us, and now we're being called by our names. You know? We have Brother Yehoiada, Brother Gad, Brother Issachar. We're all coming together. And this really bothers Esau. But here's the thing. If we shall endure to the end, this will also come to pass. "And they heard a great noise from heaven, saying unto them, Come up hither, as they ascended to heaven in a cloud," which is the very big chariot. "And their enemies beheld them." And, well, that's because at the same time, the same hour, was there a great earthquake. And the 10th part of the city fell, and in the earthquake were slain of men 7,000, and the remnant were frightened and gave glory to the God of heaven. So again, that's talking about when this place shall be consumed by nuclear fire. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. And that's exactly what we're prophesied, and that's exactly the prophecies that are coming out. And that's why he said we must dismiss these prophets of doom, because they know that prophecy is being fulfilled. And he knows who he plays a part in, that he's more stout than all of his fellow neighbors, all the fellows before. I'm going to see if it is Daniel 7 or 8. Slovakia, I got to look that one up, so that way it's correct. Anything I needed correction for. Just trying to look it up here. It is channel 7. It is Daniel 7. You can just read it. Verse 24. And the 10 horns out of this kingdom are 10 kings that it shall arise, and another shall rise after them, and he shall be diverse from the first, and he shall subdue 3 kings. This is talking about America, in particularly, the king of Babylon. And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and shall change times and laws, and they shall be given into his hands a time and a dividing of time, which is talking about Esau, Edom. But the judgment shall sit, and they shall take away his dominion to consume and to destroy it into the end. So again, I believe Daniel 8 even goes more into this. So I'm going to read Daniel 8 to try to get that here, because in particularly it talks about the little horn. Yes, Daniel 8, verse 9. That's where I really needed to get. You see how prophecy speaks, though, and how this all falls into place? Daniel 8, chapter 9. Daniel chapter 8, verse 9. And out of one of them came forth a little horn, which waxed exceedingly great toward the south and toward the east and toward the pleasant land. And it waxed great even to the hosts of heaven, and it cast down some of the hosts, and the stars had stamped upon them. Yea, he magnified himself even to the prince, to the host, and by him the daily sacrifice. Again, this is talking about the Edomite Empire. Just trying to get that part about the Mount. I thought that was it. Oh, here we go. Now, as he was speaking with me, I was in a deep sleep on my face toward the ground, but he touched me and set me upright. And he said, behold, this is verse 19, behold, I will make thee know what shall be in the last end of the indignation. For at the time appointed, the end shall be, which is talking about Media and Persia here. Media and Persia, well, that's Iran and Russia today. And the rough goat is the king of Gracia, and between the horn, So again, we're talking about the kingdoms here. Wow. Okay, nonetheless, though, I think that we know where I was going with this, that, he was found more stout and was exceedingly proud. That's Donald Trump. So we know who Donald Trump is and what he plays into prophecy, of course, being the king of Babylon, who is to be utterly destroyed very shortly here. Because the Rothschilds, the least of the flock, is drawing everyone into this war, which will consume Babylon the Great. And it shall become the lake of fire. They know this. That's why they want to do what they can to shut us up. But the prophecy is going to happen no matter what. Even if they shall take us down, make war with us, overcome us, and kill us. That doesn't stop prophecy. For that, I want to say, Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakal Kadash, Wa Abba Babal, Brakatum Dehofolek, Shalom.